If you've wasted a lot of money on Amazon ads, then this video will show you a proven way to advertise thousands of products at a very low cost. This strategy is called lottery campaign, and whilst it's not the quickest to get off the floor and get lots of sales with, over time it's definitely very effective at keeping your ACOS really low whilst giving you loads and loads of reach and visibility on a large portion of your product catalog. I've personally got multiple lottery campaigns running right now, and I've seen great results. Whilst not every time, a lot of them have been doing really well for me. And you can sometimes get orders for literally like 5 or 10 cents a click and get an average ACOS that is way below 10. So to start setting up a new lottery campaign, you have to, once you're inside of your Amazon Ads console, you have to click on Create Campaign over here. And then you want to click on Continue for the sponsored products right here. Now the ad group name, I usually just call Auto, and then we come to entering our products. And usually you would just paste a few ASINS into here and then get going. But obviously with a lottery campaign, we want to advertise many products at once. And especially if you're in a higher tier, you might have thousands and thousands of products that you want to put into one campaign. And the quickest way that I've found to do this is through the upload feature right here, where you can upload CSV files with the ASINs in them. Unfortunately, they're limited to 1,000 ASINs at a time, so you can't just do your entire catalog at once if you've got, say, 50,000 ASINs. But I'm still going to show you a method that I use to try and speed up this process if you're adding a lot of products to this. Now there's a Chrome extension that you will need to help with this called Productor for Merch by Amazon. I will leave a link to that in the description. And once you've got that installed, then head to the Products tab, which will appear in the menu at the top of your Merch by Amazon account. And once you've clicked on that, you will come to this page right here. This has essentially got your entire product database saved up with all of the different details, and you can filter through this and then export a CSV if you want to. And there's a few different ways to go about setting up these lottery campaigns. For example, you could do it for all of your t-shirts, you could do it for all of your hoodies. That's something I've done before in winter and seen a lot of success with. You can just do it for all of your products in general, regardless of the product type. What I've done before as well is just using highly priced products, so leaving out things that are priced at $13.99, $14.99, stuff like that. But initially, the first thing you will want to configure is your marketplace. So I'm guessing a lot of you are advertising on the American marketplace, and so you can scroll down here, you can scroll across, and you will come to the marketplace category of filter. And in order to filter this, you have to click on this hamburger menu symbol right here. By default, it's going to be on select all. What we want to do is click on select all to deselect that, and then go all the way to the bottom to US. And now it's going to just give you the American results. And scrolling back to the front, another filter I've chosen here is the products filter, and I've set this to standard t-shirts for this example, but obviously you could select multiple, you can select them all however you want. And the price category is quite handy as well. If you want to say go greater than, and for example, let's do greater than $16, then you're only going to get higher priced t-shirts where you're actually making more profit back per sale that the ads generate. So this is totally up to you. I've got multiple lottery campaigns running with different sort of products inside of them, and it's just a matter of experimenting and seeing what works best for you. You could also filter this by brand names if you've got a brand with tons and tons of designs, and create a lottery campaign for a specific niche that way, or for a specific scalable design if you wanted to. You could also use the title function right here and have this set to contains. And let's say you want to, ahead of Q4, advertise Christmas designs. Then you just type Christmas into this, and it's going to filter all of your listings out that have Christmas included in the title. So that is a way to boost Christmas sales essentially with a lottery campaign specific for that holiday. So loads of ideas for there to try and test out. Once you're done selecting your filters, what you have to do is click this box right here in the top left corner to select all of the products in these filters. And then if you click on this little symbol right here, export selected, then we're going to choose export ASINS CSV. Click on that and it's going to download a spreadsheet with all of your ASINs selected. And I'm going to show you now how to edit this spreadsheet to make sure we're only using 1,000 ASINs at a time, because otherwise, unfortunately, it won't work. So I've gone ahead and created a dummy spreadsheet for this because obviously I don't want to give away my real ASINs, but just imagine that all of these right here in the left row are actual ASINs, and we've got 2,500 of them, which means we need 3 separate batches of 1,000, 1,000 and 500 something. And that's what we're going to do now, and I'll show you the quickest way that I know how to do this. I'm not a spreadsheet expert. If you know a faster way than my method, then comment that down below. The way we'll do this is, first of all, we want to start with the first 1,000 rows. So a quick way to get to row number 1,000 is to use this box up here and just type A1000. That's going to jump up there, right? And essentially want to delete everything after the row 1,000. And a quick way to do that is to double click onto this little box right here, or the bottom right corner of the box, I should say. Double click onto this when you're in row 1001, and that will select everything going downwards. And now we can hit delete and save this spreadsheet. You only want to save it. Don't actually close the spreadsheet because we still need this, right? Now that that's done, we can minimize the window and we can jump back into the ads console right here and just drag and drop this spreadsheet that we've just saved into the upload. And in my case, it says that no products were added, which is just because there's no real ASINs in there. But for you, most of them should be added now, and they should be showing on this right hand side. Sometimes you get a few errors right there, but it's just normal. You can ignore it. If you get a lot of errors, then it's probably because you have some products from a different country in there, or some stuff that's already been deleted, things like that. So now that this first batch is done, you should have nearly 1,000 products added. We will jump back into the spreadsheet now, and we'll prepare the second batch now. And the first step is actually undoing our last step, or reversing that. So go to this arrow right here, or hit Control Z on your keyboard, and that's going to paste all of our ASINs back into here. What we can do now is we can essentially delete the first 1,000 ASINs, which we've already just added. And a quick way to do that is select field A1000 right here, then scroll all the way up to A1, and while holding down Shift on your keyboard, click into field A1. Now we can delete all these by right clicking, going to delete, and then selecting Shift cells up. And then if you hit OK, as you can see, we've now got the second batch moved all the way to the top into the first row. And if we go back to 1,000, this is where the third batch is now sat. So now we're back to square one with the spreadsheet, where we just have to make sure there's only 1,000 ASINs in here. And in order to do that, once again, select row 1001, click onto the bottom right corner of this little box, or double click, and then it's going to select everything else, delete, save. Do not close the window, just minimize it. And then once again, drag and drop your spreadsheet into this field right here, and you should get another roughly 1,000 products added to your lottery campaign. And you just repeat this process for the third, fourth batch, however many you have in your spreadsheet, until they've all been added. Once you get a hang of this, it will only take you like, I don't know, 30 seconds per 1,000 products, which is still a massive time saving. But once again, if someone knows a quicker method to do this, leave it down below in the comments, please. And once you've finished adding all of your products to this campaign, you scroll down to the targeting. And this is where you want to have automatic targeting selected, because the power of these lottery campaigns is that essentially you're giving the Amazon ads algorithm thousands and thousands of products and options to advertise. And Amazon will try and find little gaps where those low bids will actually win some auctions and give you the visibilities and the potential cheap sales that you want. That's why we want to leave this on automatic, essentially. And now we get to setting the default bid. Now, this depends on how quickly you want to see results. Some people go as low as literally 5 cents right here, which is okay, but you're probably not going to see much impressions and clicks and anything for a long time with that. Because with bids, the lower you start, the less auctions you will win, the less likely your products are going to be seen. You will just, not get many results. Over a long time, the Amazon algorithm will learn how to actually position your products, and where to advertise them and where they could win bids and stuff like that, and then you will actually see better results. But I usually start here with something around 8 cents, 9 cents, sometimes even 10. 10 is quite high if you're a beginner and you have a lower budget, but let's say we start off with 8 cents. Then moving down, negative keywords, this is not important for lottery campaigns. And in terms of the campaign bidding strategy, this is usually set by default to dynamic bids up and down. You can leave this on, once again, if you want to be a bit more risky and get faster results, get it to spend more of your initial bid, because this will increase by a maximum of 100%. If Amazon thinks that your ad is more likely to convert. I usually set this to down only, but what I do is I go into these placements, and this is where I add 100% and 100% extra. So occasionally, instead of spending 8 cents, it might spend 12 cents or even up to 16 cents when there's a higher potential of you getting a sale. Here it's for getting on the top of first page or appearing on the product pages for related products. So this is where it will have a little bit more budget if it's more likely to convert to a sale right there for you. And you can play around with these numbers. Sometimes I have them set to 50. If a lottery campaign is doing really well, I will raise them to 150 or even 200. But that's something to do further down the line, once you've got some data and some actual sales coming in and an ACOS to work with. So moving past that, the campaign name, this is where you just have to select something that you can remember or associate the lottery campaign with. So for my example, I was selecting loads of t-shirts priced higher than $16. So you could put something along the lines of lottery t-shirts, $16. So the main thing here is that you would be able to recognize it within your ads console, be able to find it quite quickly. You could also create a portfolio for lottery campaigns, so you can view them all in one go and then select the lottery campaign portfolio down here. That's quite handy sometimes, but it's not necessary. The start and end date I usually leave at the default, and then the daily budget, this is where you can do $5, you can do 10. It's not going to hit that budget for a long time, trust me. With lottery campaigns especially, because the bids are so low, you will be lucky to spend $1 probably in week 1. That's just how they are. They take a long time to get going. For me, it's usually been like 2 to 3 months until they start getting like actual good amounts of clicks and good amounts of sales as well. So you have to be patient with them. Daily budget itself, you actually want it to be spent here. So if you're only paying 8 cents per click, you'd be very happy for Amazon to spend all $5. I'm just saying that it's going to be quite rare. So, and then once you're ready, just hit launch campaign and you're ready for things to get going. Give it some time. Don't expect anything really quickly in terms of sales and results, but these lottery campaigns are a proven way that many people use to get a lot of sales at a very low ACOS. If you want to learn more ways to set up different ad campaigns and how to actually optimize those campaigns to keep your ACOS lower, then make sure to check out this video next, which is my entire walkthrough of Amazon ads for beginners.